Hello and welcome to Triangle Home Talk with Jackson Realty Group. I'm Corey Gilliam.
I'm Shanta Jackson.
Thank you for coming. We're in our Raleigh office here at Six Forks.
Again.
Yes, and Shanta.
Yes.
It's a hot market again.
Let me tell you, I think spring has sprung,
Already.
my friends.
Already.
Spring has sprung. So you know what that means, right?
Multiple offers.
Multiple offers.
Tons of buyers out there.
Yes, more buyers are on tap, as well as sellers. Home values are going up, but you have to be careful about pricing because pricing is what?
Key.
Woo!
It is. Pricing is key.
All right. So what was our question? We got another question.
We did. We got another question last week.
Okay.
And today it's very good for the sellers out there.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys can eat up this knowledge.
What's the question?
All right. Someone asked, I've been watching HGTV to get ideas about home improvements.
Okay. All right. ... Yes. Look, I'm going to let you know.
They asked if a specific type of kind of project was good for the area, and to that person we'll respond directly. But there
Just
are
in general.
basically three things I think we need to kind of hit when you're talking about HGTV or
a couple of things to remember. One, all real estate is local. Two, you got to begin with the end in mind.
Yes.
And then three, you got to get your 18. For all the people who are my age, you remember the 18. You got to get your 18 together for real estate. Do you know 18?
They did a
Mr.
reboot.
T?
Okay, they did a reboot. I'm not that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it's all right. But you have to be careful. Correct. I love millennials. I just remember Mr. T. I can't remember.
Put it in food.
That's right. Put it in food. But what happens when you have to update your house or you're doing any projects? Basically, the best bang for your bucks in general, bathrooms and kitchens. Man, that kitchen has to be nice because
kitchens sell houses.
Guys. Yes. The whole house can be trash, but if that kitchen comes in looking sweet, woo, correct. Because guess what? You can just put paint on the walls. You can change the flooring. If those cabinets are already done, if you have already those upgraded appliances, a lot of people think that's going to work. So yes, in terms of projects to do to increase value in your home, definitely bathrooms and kitchens. But once again, you cannot let what you see on HGTV
drive where you spend your money.
Correct. It cannot be your guiding force.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, because I don't get to watch it a lot, but I love Property Brothers. I love Love It or List It. And so a lot of times I go in there and I'm like, wow. My goodness, they redid the house, and then they say the new value for your house is like $200,000 more. And I'm like,
I don't know what market that was in, but
it was not ours. So that's what we're talking about, Corey, with our first step, right?
Yes, definitely. So with it being local, especially, they talked about $200,000 or whatever. That those little adding and subtracting, put this much into the house. Typically, I guess let's say in Raleigh, we're not going to see that if you put $100,000 into your house, you're going to definitely even get that $100,000 out. It's just not this type of market.
And people have to realize too, Corey, it's not going to be dollar for dollar.
No.
So you got to be really careful where you spend your bucks. Now, when we say all real estate is local, another thing that we mean is, hey, we're not Texas. We're not California.
No,
we're not New York. So how do you find out what to do? Because I feel like I don't want everyone to leave thinking, well, all I got to do is update the kitchen real good and I'm going to make all this money.
Yeah.
Because it really depends on even neighborhood to neighborhood, price point to price point. And who do you go to find out this advice?
Well, your local realtor.
Ta-da!
You come to your local realtor.
You go to your local realtor.
We've walked in tons of these houses, all the houses that go on the market, and we can tell you what has worked in other people's houses. And honestly, before you start a project, it's really good to get with a realtor and have them say yes or no to whatever projects you're thinking about, because say you're going to do your kitchen one way and your bathroom another. I think we tell our clients that we want to tell a story in the pictures that we put our listings out, right?
Yes.
So the story that you tell with the improvements you do in your house, are they matching? Is it something that's going to make your house beautiful to everyone who walks in? I think mostly simple and beautiful gets home sold like that, right?
Correct. Or depending on price point, Corey, once again, knowing what field, knowing what street, knowing what neighborhood, knowing what, because maybe I don't need to update my kitchen. Maybe if I just clean that Billy up and, put some fresh paint, it's going to sell for me all day. Yeah. So maybe I don't need to put that granite in the kitchen.
Maybe I don't need to do that backsplash project on Saturday.
Maybe I don't need to do those hardwood floors. It really depends, on the neighborhood. And so the only way to really get educated is to get with your local realtor. Corey and I are local realtors in the Raleigh-Durham area, and we can assist you as well in those quests. We can tell you for your neighborhood what you need to do, for your price point what you need to do. But you said something that was so good, Corey, and I don't know if you remember it. You got to begin with the end in mind.
True.
You have to know how you're going to end this thing, right?
Your goal needs to be specific. So, let's just talk about the general goals of doing a home improvement. Do you want to enjoy the things that you're improving on your home? Do you want to rent your home and move out and go buy something new?
Correct.
Or do you want to sell your home?
Correct.
I guess those are the three main general things. That's the great place to start thinking about what to improve. From there, then you can think about, the obvious thing is your budget, right?
Correct.
So then you can think about how much you want to spend doing X, Y, and Z project, and how much X, Y, and Z project is going to net you on the sale.
Correct. I love how you broke it down, because it really depends on what you're doing. If you want to enjoy the house, like I always tell people, every 10 years you need to update, right? Because you don't know when you're going to need to leave that house, and you want to continue to update it. You don't want to be 3 decades behind and now you're trying to sell your house.
Yeah.
So if you do a little bit every 10 years, you're good. But I like that. A lot of times I always bring this one example up, and I love it because I worked with this client many years ago, and we moved things around, Corey. We repainted her house, and I came back in and I was like, hey, what do you think? You ready? She's like, you know what? I like the house again.
I kind of just want to live here now.
I just want to live here now. So you may want to enjoy it. Yeah. The other thing is, like you said, for rent, maybe if you're going to rent it out, you want more durable products, right? So I have some clients that, hey, even though there's carpet on the second floor, it's more advantageous for them. Hey, I need to rip that carpet up, put that luxury plank.
Vinyl plank. Yeah,
yes, put that down throughout the house.
Awesome product.
Because if you know you're going to be renting it, you know that carpet is going to be a cost every time the tenant moves out. Very good. And then, of course, if you're just doing it to sell, then you want to get your more bang for the buck.
Yes.
Right? So you want to make sure your money, because look,
people aren't going to buy the cheap looking stuff, but there are ways out there to make your house look good for an economical price.
Exactly right. Exactly. And then, like I said, if you get with your real estate agent,
they can get you to your A-team.
Yes, exactly right. Now, why do you need an A-team? Because a lot of people think, man, Corey, that realtors just work by themselves, but that is not the case, right? The realtors are, I call it the main catalyst to get things going. And then after that, we got to bring in the A-team. And the A-team consists of home inspectors. Because you got to inspect the house.
Yes, you do.
Right? You need a real estate attorney.
Yes, you definitely need a good attorney.
What else do we need?
So for all of the projects and things of that nature, DIY is nice, but DIY is nice. And for you that know how to do it correctly, definitely it's okay. But having a good contractor or carpenter, plumber, and electrician on tap so that you can licensed. License is very important.
It's very important.
Especially if you're ripping out an entire room.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. And I was reading an article too that a lot of people and a lot of homes are being built with additions that don't have permits.
Yes.
So that's really important that we remember. So if you see a beautiful house that's been obviously updated, right? Mm-hmm. You want to just get with your realtor to make sure they have the necessary permits. Because if they don't, folks, guess what can happen?
Oh, your sale might not finance when you're getting it. There's just a myriad of things.
The insurance, the biggest thing to me is that the insurance company will not insure the house. Mm-hmm. Or they'll insure the house, and then let's say a fire happens, and then they find out, in that bedroom that got updated but didn't have any permits, the fire started there. Yeah. Then they'll say, it wasn't governmentally controlled, so we don't know if it was done correctly. Yeah. So we're not going to cover it.
And permits aren't something to be super, super afraid of. Mm-hmm. That's another reason you get a good real estate attorney as well. They can tell you about doing it correctly, and it's actually not as much money to get permits as you would think.
Correct.
If you're working with a good contractor that you can trust, they can get it done for you, and you can still have money to live, and do it properly. So
exactly right. So I'm so excited because I love it. Spring is in the air. We're getting questions about what to do in the house, and hopefully people just remember that, look, you cannot follow HGTV. Real estate is local. You gotta know what you want to do, and you gotta get your A team together.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us with Triangle Home Talk with Jackson Realty Group. Again, I'm Corey Gilliam.
I'm Shanta Jackson. And if you enjoyed listening to our podcast, we would love for you to ask us any questions that you may have. Maybe you have a question about renting, buying, and investing a home. We're here for you. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. Stay blessed.